It's painful. You're now mourning not just the person, but your future with this person. Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Irene, and today I will be sharing 5 helpful ways to heal a broken heart. Love can be a roller coaster ride full of highs and heart-wrenching lows. It's painful. You're now mourning not just the person, but your future with this person. But within this storm lies the opportunity to rebuild you. So let's dive in and explore these 5 ways to heal from a broken heart and embrace the new season. Number 1, telling the story of your breakup. When it comes to healing from a breakup or trauma, one of the most powerful ways to find closure and move forward is by telling your story. It doesn't have to be public. You don't need to start a podcast or a YouTube channel. You can journal or do a voice memo. There's just something about putting your emotions into words and sharing them. It's like taking a deep breath and letting it all out, releasing the weight that's been holding you down. I was embarrassed to share my story at first, but I found power in healing out loud. The more I shared my story, the less painful it became, and it gave me purpose. As you begin to recount the tale of your shattered heart, let the emotions come to life. Feel it, don't suppress it or mask it. Describe the sights, the sounds of the moment, the tension in the air, the tears streaming down your face, the echoes of your voice trembling in pain. Cry if you need to, just let it all out. Repetition can be a powerful tool in storytelling. We begin to evolve the framing of the story to a more positive one. How many times did you ask yourself, why did this happen to me? Or where did we go wrong? Why? That was me. I blame myself often. But remember, it's your story. You can change the way you see it. And instead of blaming yourself, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Find the lesson in the pain. As you reach the end of your tale, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Give yourself a high five, a pat on the back, and be proud of yourself. Acknowledge the growth and resilience that have blossomed within you. Yeah, the breakup may have knocked you down, but you're still standing. It knocked me all the way down. Check out my testimony video on how I rose from hitting rock bottom. With 4 kids, I lost it all: home, car, livelihood, my sanity. So remember, your story is not just about heartbreak. It's about your journey of healing and remembering who you are. Number 2 on ways to heal from a breakup is to connect with a newfound sense of peace. Take a moment to look around and appreciate the areas of your life that are now free from toxicity. Your space, not just physically, but emotionally. It's now yours to shape and cultivate. No more fighting, no more walking on eggshells, no more getting disrespected. Feel the peace. Find peace and gratitude. You have air in your lungs, baby. And in this quest for peace, take a step back and reassess your priorities. What truly matters to you? Or perhaps it's diving into new passion or revisiting an old hobby. Embrace these moments as opportunities to reconnect with yourself and find that inner peace you've been seeking, peace you've been needing. Embrace the stillness within. Even when the world around you feels chaotic, take a deep breath and let the peace wash over you. Practice gratitude daily. Number 3 on ways to heal from a breakup is to remove triggers. Now it's time to look around and identify those triggers that keep dragging you back into the world of your ex. Things that remind you of him. The ones that hold sentimental value but also serve as a constant reminder of what once was. It's time to get them together and have that courage to just let them all go. You don't need that sweater that still smells like him, or those letters or those cards. Say goodbye to them and let them find new homes like the garbage can. And don't use the come here and pick up your stuff tactic. He doesn't need that shirt that he left at your place. And if you left something at his place, do you really need that? When I left his place, I left it all, not on purpose, but I refused to go back. I left majority of my stuff there. Half of my life was still in there, but they were replaceable. Tell someone else to pick it up or have someone drop it off. We are trying to move forward, not backwards. Stop making excuses and let them go. Now the digital world, the land of social media, where I face planted every time I saw something about him, and especially his victim poses. I know it's tempting to scroll through their poses and see what they've been up to, but trust me, it's like poking a sleeping dragon. You will find something if you dig. So mute him, block him, or if you both have mutual friends, mute them too. Heck, delete them all. You don't want to stumble upon your ex's photos. You don't need to see their updates or wonder who they're spending their time with. It's none of your business. Your focus should be on your own growth and happiness. Also tell your family and friends that you don't want to hear anything about him. Any updates whatsoever. Unless your life is in danger, then yeah, they should tell you. I disappeared for 6 months and it was the best decision ever. I don't miss Instagram and I don't plan to go back unless it's business related. I know you can't remove all triggers, so you will need to change how you react to them. Remember that you are in control. My past relationship, after finding out that he was tracking me and him showing up at my place unexpectedly, made me paranoid. Not just me, the kids too. Constantly looking over our shoulders if he's there. My biggest trigger was seeing his cars. What I dreaded finally happened 3 months after not speaking to him or seeing him. We ended up at the same stoplight or sign. He was behind me and he shook his head, and it was the longest stoplight ever. My hands and my legs started to get numb. Made a right turn. I stopped. I threw up and I called my girl in pure panic. I was in fear, and she reminded me that I was safe, and I needed that reassurance. I know I can't remove all the Ford Explorers and Cadillacs in the city, so I thought about facing it head on and drove to both car dealership where I just sat there. Even cop cars triggered me. And I also drove by his work over and over and over and over until there were no more monsters in the closet. So don't let any person or situation have the power to control you. And here's the thing about triggers. They're sneaky little devils. They can creep up on you when you least expect it, trying to slow down your progress. So treat this part seriously. Whenever you encounter a trigger, whether it's a song that reminds you of them or a place you used to visit together, don't let it consume you. Center yourself. Pray, recognize it for what it is, and then let it float away like a balloon drifting into the sky, like bye. Number 4, do the things you could not do in a relationship. So let's start embracing the freedom that comes with being single. It's so weird to be single after 8 years. It's been a crazy year, but I am happy and no one is going to take that away from me again. Remember all those things that you wanted to do but couldn't do while you were with him. Well, now is the perfect time, girl. If you're a travel bug, go plan that trip. That bucket list you have, start checking them off. Pack your bags, go on a solo adventure. And if you're not ready to be by yourself just yet, bring someone. You don't have to fly. You can do a road trip, book a room somewhere nice, do the activities you've been wanting to do, shows you've been wanting to see, people you've been wanting to reconnect with. List them all, do them all, start planning. As you accumulate these incredible experiences, skills, adventures over the next few months or even a year, you'll reach a tipping point, and I am speaking from experience. The first few alone adventures were shaky, but it needed to happen. I needed to remind myself that before we, there was I, and if your heart hadn't been broken, you wouldn't have had the opportunity to get back to what brought you joy. My heartbreak was a blessing in disguise. I was forced to turn inward, wake up and evolve. Most importantly, I set new standards. So embrace this newfound freedom. Say yes to the experiences that makes your heart race and your soul dance with joy. This is your time to shine. Number 5 was what finally set me free, and that is let go. Let go, let go, let go. Sometimes that block button is your bestie. You've got to guard your heart with everything. If you can't, then set firm boundaries and follow it. No one's ever ready to let go, but what exactly are you hanging on to? Let's do an exercise. Grab a pen and paper. You have new standards now, right, after the hell that he put you through. So now write down the top 10 qualities that you are looking for in a man that you deserve because you are worthy. Next, ask yourself, how many of those qualities did your ex have? Mine was 1 out of 10. When I did life coaching, one of the questions that was frequently asked was, how do you let go of someone you're still in love with? But were you really in love with him, or were you in love with the potential, expecting them to live up to who you envisioned them to be? Why give someone else the responsibility for your happiness? That is your job. And then you end up hurting yourself. So you have to start seeing them for who they are. We are not here to build a man, ladies. They need to come built already. You'll end up complaining to your friends, again, if you haven't learned your lesson yet, on how you wasted 8-10 years investing in someone that is not for you. So don't waste any more time and let go. I hope one of these will help you in your healing journey. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification. Leave a comment below and let me know which of these breakup healing strategies resonated with you the most, and share what worked out for you. Remember, healing is a journey, not a destination. God brings the right person in your life when you're ready, not when you're lonely. Love you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.